Hey everyone, we're here today with Tamara, and so Tamara, it's great to be here with you today. So tell us a
Yeah,
little bit about yourself. So the rest of your name, what do you do? Sort of what is your role?
sure. My name's Tamara Grassel. I am the general manager for Centricity Perinatal, but actually, I'm a nurse. I'm a labor and delivery nurse, and worked at a hospital for almost 17 years. In labor and delivery, delivering babies. After that, I actually joined GE. I had an IT background, so kind of the two worlds collided. And I've been with GE for about 14 years. So now, I started first as a clinical analyst and moved my way up into being the general manager. So I work directly with our engineers on the strategic direction and the design of all our new features and what we're doing with the system.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's wonderful and so important, especially when it comes into sort of combining what's going on in healthcare and products and patients and connecting it all together. So with that being said, could you tell me a little bit more about Centricity Perinatal Connect? So what is it? What does it do? Those types of things.
Absolutely. So, in having been actually a nurse that worked on the floor, you really understand some of the needs and some of the problems that they had. And so, as the world of EMRs have come in, we really needed to be able to work in that environment better and give the clinicians what they need at the point of care. So what Connect actually does is it's a complementer to the enterprise system. It allows the clinicians to be able to use that enterprise system to the extent that they need to while they're still watching those fetal waveforms. It's the only area of the hospital where one patient is really two or more. And that baby is hidden. The only way you can see how that baby's health is through that fetal monitor. And so by having the view of that at all times, no matter what system you're looking at, you can really affect the care and affect the outcome of that child. Just imagine if it was your wife having a baby, you would want those clinicians to be able to see what's going on with that baby at all times and intervene as needed.
That's amazing. So, you kind of brought up some interesting points, especially about, you're a physician and you're trying to manage a lot of different things and you're not just caring for one person, but you're caring for two people. And so from my perspective, one of the big things that I think is important in healthcare is the concept of time. And so I've heard a little bit about, there's been some work done on how you've actually been able to use centricity perinatal to actually save about 5 minutes of time for nurses and patients. So could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. When we do our development, we actually use agile methodology where you focus on the need of the clinician. And so rather than just doing a me too of whatever anybody else has, we really understood that clinician at the point of care. And so it was all about how can we streamline your workflow so that you have your eyes on that patient, you can deal with that patient and spend more time. So through that, through just decreasing the number of clicks, from being able to give them that view of that mom and baby at all times, you now allow that clinician more time at the point of care with the patient and really again affecting their care.
That's great because I have a clinical background as well, and so I think from both of our perspectives, we really sort of realize about the importance of time and having that sort of focus. So I've also heard some whisperings that there was a best in class award that happened, and so could you tell us a little bit more about that, and then also maybe a little bit about what that actually means to your customers as well as to GE.
Well, there was a labor and delivery report that came out that was published in November, and it really highlighted a lot about what we've been able to do on that interoperability. Interoperability is the name of the game here. And so to be able to really affect and have the very best product for interoperating with the EMRs, that's what class highlighted with us. And they saw that what we did, again, wasn't a me too that everybody else had, but was really a leapfrog. And people that have seen it, it's really the only product that I've ever gone to customers with that they've never said to me, well, why would you have done that? It's more like, wow, this is great. What's coming next? So, it was, again, understanding the need and being that complementer to their systems that they have to provide a way that you really can optimize the view, correlating data, whether they enter it directly in our system or in their enterprise system, correlating that to that waveform to really understand the cause and effect of what's going on with that mom and that fetus at all times.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
I think one of the things that's really interesting is, you talked about sort of really understanding the end user, which in this case is ultimately the baby that we're, providing care for and impacting. And so I hear you're about to approach a really important milestone. So could you share that with us?
Yes, absolutely. We are going to hit our 50 millionth baby born on the system. So the system has been used in labor and delivery areas since 1992. So we're really approaching, almost getting close to having 3 generations of babies born on this system. And actually you can see our baby ticker, which is ticking away. About 1 baby every 10 seconds is born on this system. And the babies highlighted there are actually our CPN babies that we're very proud of different employees, as well as my grandchildren are there. So we're really proud of it and really proud of all the babies that we have that are born, because we really believe that it brings, better outcomes and gives them the right start in life that they need.
I mean, that's so, right here I'm getting goosebumps because it really paints a picture of how we connect the dots and we think of, ultimately it's about the babies and the mothers and providing time in between the clinicians and the end users, which again are the patients and the babies, but how our technology is enabling that. And so it's a tremendous milestone an accomplishment to get to. So with that being said, from your perspective, what's next? So after you reach 50 million, what's on the horizon?
Well, it's of course getting more and touching more babies throughout the world, and that's the key, throughout the world. You look at all the problems with infant morbidity and mortality. There's a lot that's going on. We're very privileged in the U.S., although there are rural areas that have problems. So how do we reach those moms and babies that aren't getting the right care? Cloud is one way. As much as you look at what we have, it seems like everybody throughout the world has a cell phone. So how can we use that cloud technology to provide the ability of being able to monitor these moms and babies, providing the proper clinicians that can tell them when to intervene so that we have healthy moms, healthy babies. And so my goal, my passion, I've been working in the perinatal and the obstetric space for over 30 years now. I hate to say that, but it's my passion, and it really is to grow it and to affect more babies, not only in the U.S., in more rural areas, but also throughout the world.
That's a great story, and I want to thank you for taking some time out and talking to us and educating me a little bit more, and sharing all the wonderful things and stories that you're doing. So thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you.